So now we are going to discuss about list data type. This list data type is nothing but which will comes with the square bracket, and we can able to made some changes with the list data type. Now what we are going to discuss about the directories functions of the list data type. So what is this directories? These directories are nothing but all the inbuilt functions which is predefined in your Python particular library. We can able to handle those functions to modify or to access or to remove or to handle the particular framework or particular library or a particular data type. So each and every data type and each and every framework which is having all the inbuilt functions which is known as attributes. So if we are handling something apart from this, we will be getting those stuff as an attribute error. So those attribute error are nothing but the inbuilt function is not available. So that's what your attribute error is. So let's we start to handle all this inbuilt function for list data type. I am just creating one list data type. So where you have numbers 1 to 6. So you know what is print of x, you know what is type of x, everything we already knew about that. So let's we start to apply the inbuilt function. So to handle this inbuilt function, the syntax is variable name dot built-in method and mandatory argument or optional argument. So this is a basic syntax for us. So whatever we are just going to handle, we need to handle based on this method. So the variable name, built-in method and the arguments which you want to pass. So in some inbuilt functions there is no need of argument passing, and somewhere we need to mandatory pass the argument. This is all the important stuff. So if you are planning to handle a framework or library, anything, if you've gone through the documentation of Python, we will get all those syntax and the available arguments and the optional arguments, everything will be getting through our Python documentation itself. So here we got the error because without commenting I just give the enter, that's the reason. And the next thing is now we will start to apply. So based on this syntax I am just going ahead with x dot append, so the bracket, and here what is argument? Argument is the actual value which you can able to pass inside the function. So I am just giving 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I just printed it x. See, one list is appended to another list. That's nothing but it's actually creating a nested list. So one list inside the another thing. So now I will be just going to create one more thing, just creating only one list. So let's check the output. It will be just giving the particular element as an another index. So now I am giving without the square bracket, it will add the element simply in the last. So in case if you want to give a multiple stuff like this, it won't accept. So let's see. See, we got it takes exactly one argument but 4 given. So append will can able to make only one argument. So in one argument like this, you can able to define a multiple elements. So all the elements will be able to add in only one index. Simply append, we can able to add only one index. That index may be a list, that index may be only one element, or a list which contains only one element, that's also possible. But by using append, you can able to pass only one argument. It could be a list or it could be a only one element. So if you are passing as a list data type, you will be getting as a nested list. Okay, so now we are just having we just added one list to the another list. Now we'll be just going to discuss about the extend. So what is this extend? Extend, you can able to pass the iteration objects like this, but it will iterate the elements and each and every element will be a different index, not like append. So like this. So simply telling, append will be make all the elements in one index. Extend, even you are giving a multiple arguments, each and every argument will be considered as a different indexing. So that's what difference between your append and extend is. So When you want to make only one index, go ahead with append. When you want to add multiple index, go ahead with the extend. That's what difference between append and extend is. So now we know how to access the elements from the data types by using a indexing and slicing. So now I am just applying an indexing. So third index position is 4 and fifth index position is 6, and now I am just giving a sixth index position, the complete element which you will be just getting here. So whichever elements we append, everything is considered as a one index position. So one list inside another list, that's what your nested list is. Now I want to handle this nested list, so I am just giving 6 0. So from the 6th index, 0th index it will get. So this is the way to access your nested element objects. Okay, so the next thing is, you want to know about the index position of the particular element. So for example, I want to know about the index position of this, or I want to know about the index position of 7. So let's we apply x dot index of 7. So this is in value. So it will give 7 number is located in which index position. So it's located in the 15th index position. So for example, let's we go ahead with one more example. Now I am just giving a 3. Here we have a multiple 3. So here we have one 3 and here we are having another 3. So when you give index of 3, it will, Python is the interpreter, right? So it will first go 1, 2, 3. So once it's find out the 3, it will give the index position of only the first 3, not the last one. So we can able to get as a first 3 only. So that's what index is. Index which is used to get the index position of the particular element. In case you want to know about the index position of this 3, so what we can able to given here is x dot index. So this index is already in the second location. So 3, I am just giving 3. So now the 3 will be find out from the third index position. So 11. So that's the thing. So when you are just giving x of 11, you will be getting a third index position. So it won't calculate the 3 which is in this list, because all this list is considered as one index position. So all this value is in one index. So full value is considered as a complete index. So it won't consider a separate value from this. We can able to go ahead like this. So we can able to pass 3 arguments here still. So start, stop, end. So the value start, stop. So like this. So I am just giving around 10. So we'll be getting 3 is not in list. The reason is we don't have any value called 3 in between to third index, and always the last value excluded. We don't have any 3 in between to this. So we'll be getting 3 is not in the list, the value error. So append, which is used to add the complete list, extend, each and every element will be iterated and add as a different index position, and index which is used to find out the index position of the particular value. We can able to give and start and stop values here. So that could be fine. So now we need to go ahead with the next step. We'll go ahead with the copy now. So what is this copy? Where we have two kind of copies here. One is deep copy and another one is shallow copy. So what is the difference between deep and shallow copy? Deep copy means one value will be copied and pasted in a separate memory location. Shallow copy means only one memory location for the two values. Let's see the example for this. X, y equal to x. So now print of y and print of x values are same. Let's we check id of x and id of y. So id which is used to get the memory location. So x and y are actually in the same memory location. Let's we go ahead with the next thing. X is equal to, z equal to x dot copy. So now x is copied and it's actually stored to the z variable. So id of z, it's in the different memory location. See, it's actually in the different memory location, not it's in the same memory location. So now this is a shallow copy and this is known as deep copy. So whatever changes you are making in X will affect Y and Y will affect X, because both are in same memory location, but it won't affect Z, and Z won't affect X or Y because both are in a different memory location. So we can able to delete some elements by using this delete keyword. 0th index from X variable I am just deleting, so it's deleted. Y also it was deleted, but Z it will be remain same. So this is what your deep copy and shallow copy is. So the next thing is count. Count means I want to know how many 1 is there, how many 3 is there, how many 4 is there. So those kind of counts I want to know. So Z dot count, I want to count how many 3 is there. We have total 2 3s, so 1 and 2. So totally we have 2 3s. That could be fine. So let's we go ahead with the next thing. So our next thing is we'll be going ahead with the insert. Append and extend, which is used to add in the end of the list element. Insert, which is used to insert in between to any index. So for example, now I want to insert I want to insert India in second index position. Sorry, first I need to give the index position, second index position. I want to insert India. So now here what I actually do is in X data type, your second index position is 1 0 1 2 4. So 4 will be moved to 3 instead of second index position, and India will be inserted in between 3 and 4. So let's we check. Yeah, this is what insert is. So I'm just trying the same object with something looks like this. Let's see how it's going to be work out. It will be fine. So one list can able to insert in between to that element. Now I am planning to add multiple elements like our extend. So it can't, because insert takes exactly 2 argument, but it's actually given 3. So that's the thing. So we can't able to pass multiple elements, we can't able to insert here, but one complete sequence we can able to insert, or else we can able to insert as a only one value. So that's what your insert is. So we discuss append, extend, copy, count, index, insert. Now we have pop, remove, reverse, sort and clear. So this pop, which is actually popped out the last value. So x dot pop, by default it remove the last element. So 7 is your last element in this x. So it's going to remove the 7. So 7 got removed from the list. Else you can able to give the index position. So for example, I am just giving the second index position. So it will remove the complete element of the second one. So it's got removed. It just remove the second index position. By default, if you are not passing any argument, it will by default it consider as a -1. That means the last element. Yes, if you are giving some value, it may be your index position. You want to remove something which is a value we need to give. I am just giving India. I want to remove India from the list. So it's got removed. So like this, we can able to remove some element. We can able to use delete also, but using delete is not advisable. It will occupy the more memory management issue and it will create the performance issue. Always try to use your inbuilt functions in your Python. So it will give a more performance. And then the next thing is we are having a reverse. Reverse means it will simply reverse the list. It will just reverse your order of the list. See. So this is that actual list 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and here it's actually reverse the order. That's what your reverse is. And then next thing is sort. Here we can't able to apply the sort. The reason is we can't able to apply the comparison between integer and the list data type. So we got the type error. It can't able to support that comparison between your list and the integer. So if you want to apply the sort, you need to get only the integer elements. So it will order your list. So let's we apply clear. So clear is another inbuilt method where you will have a list in your memory, but it's an empty list. There is no value. So now I am just going to append. Let's we extend it. So I am just going to add a more elements. So 11, 2, 1, and then so like this I just add the multi elements. Now this is your listed data type. Let's we apply the sort here. So it just ordered. So this is what your sort. So all this are your inbuilt functions of your Python. So about this double underscore, it's all nothing but some classes which is used for strongly private identifier. So what is this strongly private identifier will comes under your OOPS concept. So we'll be going ahead with append, clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, sort. So if I'm just going to summarize, append, which is used to add the complete list in the end of the list element. Extend, it will iterate, each and every element will be the separate index position, and it will also add in the end. Index, which is used to get the index position, and then copy, which is used to copy one value from one memory location to the another memory location. And then we are having a count, which is used to count how many elements are in the list. Insert, which is used to insert a particular element in a particular index. Append, the extent it's adding in the last of the list. Insert, which is used to add in the particular index position. And pop, which is used to remove the element, and it's removing based on the index position. Remove, we can able to give the value. Reverse, it just reversing the order. Sort, which is used to sorting out, and clear, which will clear out the list data type and will give the empty list. Now we are going ahead with the tuple. There is nothing more to discuss in a tuple. The reason is tuple is an immutable. That's nothing but we can't able to add or modify or change anything in the tuple data type. That's the reason we have only count and index. And this count and index are nothing but count, which is used to count how many elements is there, and index, which is used to get the index position. So this data type also we need to handle exactly like our list data type. So this is your list data type directory function. The next thing is we need to discuss about dictionary directories.